Ready Check Radio. Hello, Internet! It's Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern. You know what that means. It's time for another Relic Grind, the Final Fantasy XIV Square Enix podcast over here on Ready Check Radio. We're live, doing the show as always. If you're watching on YouTube later or listening on Spotify, head on over to the website right there, readycheckradio.com. Up in the upper right, you'll see all the socials, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, all that fun stuff. Alice cheering and dancing in chat there. Welcome. Give it all a follow, give it all a like, give it all a sub if you like what we do here and you want to support us. It's the easiest and fastest way to do it. It's cheap. It's free, in fact. I'm your host, Mike Byrne, as always. And joining me on the line for a special day, a special show, Mr. Chris Montoya, a.k.a. Tarkoth. What's up, sir?
Greetings, programs. I am excited to finally utter the words, I'd like to buy a vowel.
You have prepped for the wrong show.
Oh, okay. Can I get a lifeline?
That is also incorrect.
Oh, okay.
You
well,
are
I'll
negative.
stop right there. I'll stop while I'm ahead, and I won't press my luck.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop!
Yes.
Damn it. Also on the line, Adam Lane. What's up, Chronos? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm actually, this is going to be pretty fun, I think. So I'm actually really excited to play.
Really excited. Really. Well, I mean, it'll either go over well or it'll totally break. We'll see what happens. Also, guesting with us today, being our third contestant. You know him, you love him. Friend of mine and somebody very near and dear to my heart. Aloha. How are you, Aloha? Mr. Michael Poveroma, the Hapster himself. What's up, Big Daddy?
Hi. I'm doing good. I'm just looking at the thing, the board, because I couldn't find it. I couldn't remember what was on it. I was like, I'm going to take this entire pre-show and try to remember where that was. And hi, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm here. Little stressed right now. We got a lot of stuff because we're going to be playing Final Fantasy Jeopardy today in lieu of news. Lots of first-time chats and first-time viewers. Welcome. Give us a follow. We do the show every Thursday. We've also got other podcasts here and a bunch of streamers, including myself, that do all kinds of fun stuff. But before we get started, gentlemen, I do want to give a little plug there to Slide Lizard, who helped with the template that we're going to be using today to help everything. Always credit the artists, whether the art is free or you paid for it. In this case, it is free. You can use this PowerPoint template online if you decide to do something like this as well. So credit where credit is due. Before we get started, gentlemen, we don't have a lot of Final Fantasy XIV news. Obviously, we're closing in on Endwalker. Hap, you just finished your amazing media tour content, you and everybody else. So the stress level's coming a little down, but you got 900 other videos to make, I'm sure. Just nods.
Presumptuous of you, the first part.
Just the nods. Hey, I said it was coming down a little, not that you were free of it yet. Not that you were free of it. But quickly, hot takes on the changes to the terms of service as far as Party Finder and stalking. Does anybody here have a hot take on it, or is it just thumbs up? Way to go. Good job.
I think it's mostly good.
Yeah. Okay.
There's some things I think they might need to clarify a little bit more, but mostly
That's
fine.
always, yeah.
It's not going to change anything I do. I don't really talk to people anyway, so. Yeah.
Good plan.
I'm actually like one of those people that's like afraid that like if I try to give advice that's like a little bit too harsh that somebody will report me, so I just don't unless someone asks for it. So
Final Fantasy Steve, by the way, fantastic Twitch name. Thank you so much for the follow. That is an absolutely great Twitch name. Also, I do have to give credit to Tarkoth, the card game that I can never remember the name of because it's an absurd title.
Voice of Cards.
That one. Released today. I didn't know if I was going to like it. You were looking forward to it. I'm only about an hour, 30 minutes to an hour into it. I'm absolutely in love with the presentation. Absolutely in love with it. You were right. And Chronos, you are really enjoying Guardians of the Galaxy in other Square Enix news.
Yeah, I'm pretty deep. I think I've put like 15 hours into it so far, and I haven't beaten it yet. So
Damn.
it's longer than I expected, and it's good. So.
All right. Well, that's about all the news for this week. Tomb Raider made no announcements. You know, they just said we're going to make announcements. And by the way, all our shit's on sale. Happy anniversary. So
The Star
we're
Ocean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. New Star Ocean from State of Play. But, you know, faithlessness shook me a little bit as far as my love of the Star Ocean series.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
It
We'll
needs to nail
see.
this one. Needs to
That's
nail
if
it.
the camera doesn't shake every time the elevation changes by an inch, then we'll be good.
Then we'll be good. Raw chicken baguette. Well, look at all these fantastic Twitch names. God, mine sucks. I'm just
Yeah.
Magic Man. I need. Look at all these. You're just MrHappy. Yeah.
I've got
Final
numbers.
Fantasy Steve, Raw Chicken Baguette. These are fantastic. Thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Hope you'll stick around for other content as well. But without further ado, I guess we should get to it. We're going to play some Final Fantasy Jeopardy. The questions are all general Final Fantasy. They are not all specific to 14. Any Final Fantasy topic is fair game. The gentlemen have their buzzers. They will be buzzing in. Prior to the stream, we did a random guess this number to see who would go first. MrHappy, you won that game. We will be playing one round and then going to a final Jeopardy question. All the questions are of my design and to the best of my knowledge and research are correct. If you happen to disagree with an answer, who the fuck cares? The points don't matter. It's my show.
There's no judges?
I am the judge, the jury,
judge?
and the executioner. Yes.
Awesome.
If
Yep.
I want to give somebody the points because they were close enough for my liking, I'm going to do it. It's
All right.
my show.
You're really gunning for that actual Jeopardy job with this.
Yes. Yeah. You know, I think Maya Bialik and I would get along just fine. We would get along just fine. That's close enough for me. Have 500 points. I don't think that's the way it works.
No.
They do have their own writing utensils so that we could do a final Jeopardy round. And I think that's what we'll do. So here's the thing, gents. You may have your stream open so that you can see the questions, albeit on a Twitch delay, of course. I will be reading them, and the contestants can hear me in real time, so they're not delayed from my audio. Therefore, the way we will do this is you cannot buzz in until I have finished reading the question.
Good.
Keep in mind, people will be listening on Spotify. We would like them to actually hear the entire question before you buzz in. If you get it wrong, you will get a negative dollar amount, just like Jeopardy, and then I will tell the other two contestants when they can buzz in to try and steal the question. Any questions about the rules, gents?
Nope.
Everybody's good to go?
I think I'm good.
All right, here we go. Let's cue up that intro and get started. It's time for Final Fantasy Jeopardy. MrHappy 1227 coming out of Jeopardy retirement and a few losses on the lore categories. Let's see if he picks it up today. Chronos on his way with Guardians of the Galaxy, looking for a big win today, and Tarkoth wanting to maintain nerd cred. By the way, this is for fun, not an indictment of anybody's true Final Fantasy fandom.
You say that
This is Final Fantasy Jeopardy on Ready Check Radio. Oh, yeah, Cat Jam's in chat. The other guys were like, what's going on? They couldn't hear that music. I think they're just like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But let's take a look at the board to get started.
Vanna White down there.
Behind the scenes. You can't hear it, but they're getting told the categories, gents. Final Fantasy in an online world. Iconic abilities and stats. Enemies. Final Fantasy cameos. Name that game. The board is live. Ready Check Radio's Val is dressed in the Hildebrand garb. Yes, Whole Milk, the official, unofficial Square Enix podcast is live. I do want to, I forgot to mention one thing before we started. Final Fantasy trading card game players, I love you. You're all with me, right? We do the FFTCG streaming on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern here. You look at decks, do deck techs, live gameplay, online gameplay, all that fun stuff. I want to let you know Square Enix was kind enough to send us a spoiler for the upcoming season, or for the upcoming set, Crystal Dominion. Obviously, I cannot talk about what spoiler we were sent. However, on this Monday's stream at 7 p.m. Eastern, we'll go live with our usual Final Fantasy trading card game content, and we will reveal that spoiler. So if you like Final Fantasy TCG, or you don't know what it is and you want to learn, all new players are welcome. Questions are welcome. I'm one step away from being an official judge, so that means most of the time I'll get you the right answer. But yes, very excited. Thank you so much to Square Enix for the spoiler, and we will do that on Monday. Well, Haps, behind the scenes, Final Fantasy in an online world, iconic abilities and stats, enemies, Final Fantasy cameos, and name that game. I don't think any of the categories need an explanation, so the board is yours.
Well, Aloha seems to want to start with enemies for 200, Mr. Byrne.
Keeping it easy with the 200. This cute and cuddly enemy often has a highly feared ability commonly called Chef's Knife. Happy, the only one to buzz in. What do you got?
I'll take what is a Tonberry?
That is correct for 200 for Mr. Happy. And we will forego the what is, who is, and that. If you just answer the question, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm keeping on point here.
All right, so if all three of you agree, I will not accept an answer that is not phrased like a question.
It's fine with me.
All right,
Jeopardy.
we play real rules. All right, fair enough.
Also, it helps if you're clicked in your browser when you hit your buzzer button, by the way, just FYI.
I was like, really? Nobody buzzed in? Or Chronos didn't buzz in. That is Tonberry. So, Mr. Happy, the board is yours. What do you got?
I'll take enemies for 400, Mr. Byrne.
Keeping going here. This Final Fantasy XIV boss is fought by a group of 8. Fitting, since you fight the boss and his 7 cute friends. Just don't call him a primal in the strictest sense. Damn, was that close, but it goes to Haps. What do you got?
What is Good King Mogomog the 12th?
It is Good King Mogomog the 12th. Another 400 for Happy, putting him at, whoops, I was giving it to the wrong person. There we go. Putting him at 600. Happy, it's still you. You've got control of the board, an iron vice grip on it. What do you got?
Let's go with name that game for 200, Mr. Byrne.
The U.S. name for an easy mode Final Fantasy JRPG made on the SNES for a Western audience that was believed not to be ready for full difficulty JRPGs. Ooh, Chronos, what do you got?
What is Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
That is correct. Chronos on the board now with 200. Your board, sir. What would you like?
I'll take name that game for 400.
Name that game for 400. The HD Collector's set of this title came with Ace's cards. 5 tarot-like playing cards. Oh. Go ahead. Do it again. Sorry, I forgot to reset the buzzers. Mr. Happy, what do you got?
What is Final Fantasy Type 0?
It is Final Fantasy Type 0, picking up 4 more 100. Board is yours, Haps.
I'll take behind the scenes for 200.
This is one of my favorite categories. I was putting it together. By the way, I don't think, well, Haps, you know, if you ever want to see exactly how much goes into content, Jesus Christ, man. This is going to be a 1-hour show that was probably about 20 hours in production and 5 hours in testing. Behind the scenes for 200, Final Fantasy
Don't forget to
XIV.
reset the buzzer, by the way.
Thank you. Didn't start off all that well, and Naoki Yoshida was brought in for repairs. This is who he replaced as producer. Nobody buzzing in.
I know the last name, but I don't know the first name.
Wow.
I know the last name. I just don't know the first name.
Well, buzz in and take a shot. Maybe I'll give it to you. Oh, MrHappy, what do you got?
Who is?
I am stunned.
Who is Tanaka-san?
I am going to give you that. Hiromichi Tanaka for 200. Because everybody, even since Final Fantasy XI's just called him Tanaka. So
yeah, exactly.
We'll accept it. Go ahead, MrHappy. Board is yours. Buzzers are reset.
I will take Final Fantasy in an online world for 200.
I like this category too. By the way, chat, feel free to answer in chat. They are allowed to have the stream on. They are not allowed to have chat open. So you don't have to worry about spoiling anything or potentially giving somebody an answer if you want to play along at home. Final Fantasy in an online world for 200. This online card game was included in Final Fantasy XI. Chronos.
I'm just gonna guess. Tetramaster? What is Tetramaster?
Oh, with the last second correction. I'm going to take it. I'll give you it. 200. With the last second correction to the what is.
It was 50-50, and I'm like, Triple Triad was in 14, so I'll give it the other one to 11. I never played 11. So.
I thought for sure this was a 100% happy question all the way when I was making it.
Yeah.
Chronos, the board is yours.
Let's go name that game 600.
Name that game 600. A PS1 title that features our feathered friends competing in sprints while wearing rocket skates. It's getting a new entry soon. Chronos, Tarkoth. God, man, was that close.
What is Chocobo Racing?
You guys don't understand. Like, if you think Tark isn't buzzing in, he is literally like an average of 0.04 of a second behind the other people buzzing in right now. Go ahead, Chronos. What do you got?
What is Chocobo Racing?
It is what is Chocobo Racing for 600. Let's give you a 5 and a 6 right there. Puts you at $1,000 and puts Happy at 1,200. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did that right. Okay. Board's yours, Chronos.
Let's do 800. Same category.
Same category. Name that game for 800. The name of the mobile game launched in Japan in 2013 and closed in 2014 that took place in Ivalice from Final Fantasy Tactics. Ooh, a silent board. Gonna give you 10 seconds. Final Fantasy Steve says, I find it fitting that nobody remembers the full name of the original producer. No answers on that one. It was called Final Fantasy Tactics S. S.
I don't remember that.
S.
Forgot about it.
No, Krista, not War of the Lions. That was the good one.
That's the one.
Yeah, that one's still there. Oh, I left my MMO bomb logos over some of this in the background. That's fine. Follow me over on MMO Bomb, where we also cover Final Fantasy XIV and all things multiplayer, free or not. Chronos, I believe it is still your board, trailing Happy by 200.
We'll just round out the category.
Oh, going for the big dog here. Published by Squaresoft in 1998 and featuring some Final Fantasy characters in it. This game had the subtitle, God Bless the Ring. Oh! Who the hell was beating their keyboard?
Wait, it's a fighting game. I know this one.
Chronos, you did get it by literally, oh my God, by literally 15,000ths of a second.
I'm upset.
Beating the keyboard, got it. What is the name?
What is Air Geese? God Bless the Ring.
Yes, what is Ergies or Air Guys? However
I
you
knew
want to
that when you
pronounce
said
it.
1998.
Yeah, and see how I put
proud of
Square? I put Squaresoft in there too.
Yeah.
So Ace also got it in chat. Chronos, you now take the lead, and the board is still yours if your keyboard works.
Let's do Final Fantasy Cameos 200.
Final Fantasy Cameos 200. I will say this about this category. I really liked putting these categories together. It took forever to think of what I wanted to do. This can be either way. Cameos in Final Fantasy games or Final Fantasy characters making cameos outside of Final Fantasy games. So either direction. For 200, Cecil Harvey makes a cameo as a merchant in Ebon Keep in this often overlooked Squaresoft RPG. Tarkoth!
What is Secret of Evermore?
Yeah, he's on the board. Yes. Nice job. All right, now we got a game. The board is yours, Tark. And you're my man for knowing that one. I love that game. I love that
Final
game.
Fantasy cameos for 400.
Gonna stick with the lady that brought you, huh? Final Fantasy cameos. This reappearing Final Fantasy duo are commonly believed to be a nod to Star Wars. Chronos, it's yours.
Who are Vaughn and Pinello?
That is incorrect. That is incorrect, and I'll tell you why in a second. So, Chronos, you lose 400.
Okay.
Gentlemen on... My God. Okay, Tark.
Oh, I didn't know we could go again.
Yeah, hold on.
I
You got it. Yeah, you got
I
it.
punched it.
Yeah, as soon as he noticed it was reset, he clicked the damn
I didn't
thing.
know that was the rule.
It's not. It's not. I'm going to give you a countdown on this one. 3, 2, 1. All right, it was Tark anyway, so we wasted time.
It was Biggs and Wedge.
It is Biggs and Wedge. The word reappearing got added there to avoid the Fran and Balthier confusion. Because I wouldn't exactly call them Fran and Balthier reappearing.
I honestly didn't even hear you say that word. I was like so focused on like the question. It was my bad.
It was actually my son Torchwick who said when I was running through these to make sure I didn't have typos and made sure they made sense to somebody that wasn't me. He said Fran and Balthier, and I went, I'm going to add the word reappearing to this question.
Yeah.
Tarkoth, the board's still yours.
Cameos for 600.
Aki Ross
Reset the
of
buzzer.
Spirits Within fame and Maxim fame. I just had to add Maxim since we were talking about that on a previous Relic Grind. Starred in a short animation demo for this adult sci-fi animation series based on the works by the Wachowskis. Ooh, Tarkoth, after a delay, taking a shot. What do you... This could put you back at 0.
What is the Matrix?
I can't give it to you because the Matrix is a totally different thing. Let me reset this. If you want to buzz in, you can do it in 3, 2, 1. Chronos.
He gave me a hit, so I'm just going to guess. What is the Animatrix?
It is what is the Animatrix. Yeah. I wanted to give that to you, Tark, but the Matrix actually refers to...
Animation, damn it. Yep.
Yeah. Chronos, you are now in the lead by commanding 1,000. Krista Genesis, by the way, in chat got that one prior to me displaying the answer, even with the Twitch lag. So, way to go, Krista. Chronos, you're up.
Let's do Enemies 600.
Enemies for 600. Starting out as an experimental Magitech knight, this foe's endgame could be summarized as some people just want to watch the world burn. MrHappy.
Who is Kefka?
It is, in fact, Kefka for 600. Yes. And just like this one, I'll let you do the first name and skip the last name because
Palazzo.
Yeah. Well, now you and your Tanaka answer totally work out. They totally work out. You got a first name and a last name. Alice in chat getting that one right, too. Cupcake Muffins, thanks for the follow. Boom. The board is yours, Haps.
I'll take Enemies for 800, Mr. Byrne.
Enemies for 800, the final boss of Final Fantasy XII, Revenant Wings. Everybody was like this until I said Revenant Wings. Chronos, this is on you.
What is Bahamut?
That is incorrect. I got to take 800 away from you. You can buzz in 3, 2, 1. Nobody taking it. This one's Feel Thanos. Feel Thanos. We all
Not
have
a
our
chance.
Thanoses.
Yep, nope.
Not a chance.
Chronos, even though you lost money on that one, it is still your control.
It's Tap's board, I think.
It's who? Oh, is it Hap's board? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I thought he picked that one. Yeah.
I did.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead, Haps.
I'll take enemies for 1,000, Mr. Brent.
Finishing off the category, this, quote, good guy turned enemy has one sole driving force towards the end of his character arc: to fight and be killed by lightning for failing to protect someone dear to him. Chronos.
Who's Caius?
That is incorrect. I got to take $1,000 from you. The buzzers are reset. You can buzz in 3, 2, 1. Happy.
Who is Snow?
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
It is Snow
Billiards.
and Chronos.
No billiards, if you will.
As soon as you said it, I was like, he's
I
gonna.
did the same thing again. It's a good guys in the question, and I'm just like Caius. Yeah.
He was a good guy, kind of.
Happy out to a commanding lead right now, 2,800 to 400 to nothing. Tark still buzzing in fractions of seconds behind people. It is Snow. Lots of people in chat got that one. Happy to board is yours.
I'll take iconic abilities and stats for 1,000.
Oh, shit. Just jumping right to... He's like, I'm at 2,800. Screw this game. For 1,000. Name the first Final Fantasy to feature the iconic Doom spell/ailment. Tarkoth buzzing in after a long silence. What do you got?
What is Final Fantasy III?
Oh, look at you, big dog. You got it wrong. Final Fantasy IV.
Don't you bait me like that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to give that question to anybody after that one. We already had too much silence. Haps, the board is yours.
Wait, what was the answer?
Final Fantasy IV.
Okay, that was my second. I was going to do my second guess. Okay. I will take iconic abilities and stats for 800, Mr. Burns.
Oh, he's sticking with the category. All right. This Final Fantasy V ability ends up becoming a game-breaking issue when certain inventory items are combined together for various effects. Happy. The only one that buzzed in on this one.
What is... what do they call it in that game? What is Mix?
That is correct. Krista Genesis beat you to it in chat, too. Krista,
I was worried it was called something else randomly in 5.
5, 6, 7, 8. Krista should be playing. Damn. Happy, the board is yours.
I'll take iconic abilities and stats for 600.
Chat now cheering Krista on. It looks cool, but you'll need to do quite a bit of grinding before Tidus does 99,999 damage with this multi-slash and ball-kicking overdrive. Mr. Happy.
What is Blitz Ace?
It is, in fact, Blitz Ace. My God, he's just pulling ahead. He's just pulling it. Tark is just along for the ride. Chronos started well and then decided, you know what? I just want to say the first thing that comes to mind. Fuck it, if it's actually the answer to the question. Happy, the board is yours.
I'll take iconic abilities and stats for 400.
This Final Fantasy VI stat, which should have handled the chance to dodge, actually didn't do a damn thing. Really? I put this at 400. I thought this was going to be very, very easy.
It is, but I'm worried it's called something different.
Yeah,
like anybody who's ever watched a stream, a speed run for this game, like it's always talked about.
So worried it's called something else.
I guess you do have to be.
I don't need to guess. You guys need the point from me.
He's like, I'm fine. I got points. 5, 4, 3.
Ah, screw it.
2. Oh, he's going for it. Tark, what do you got?
What is agility?
Tark, that's not.
That's what
I don't remember how much this is worth to take the points off of you yet. I think it's the $400 one, but we'll see in a second. It's 400. Okay,
yep.
So we'll take 400 off of you. There we go.
It was a coin flip.
Chronos, Happy, want to buzz in? Nope, just letting this one go. Chat, some of you had it. Evade. I would have also accepted magic evasion simply by proxy. It also does the same nothing because evade does nothing. Haps, still your board.
Let's round out the category for 200.
Finishing it off. This ability of Sephiroth's is named after the Japanese term meaning 8 blades, 1 flash. Haps.
What is Omni Slash?
That is incorrect. I'm going to take 100 or 200 from you.
Yeah, no, you're right. I know what it is.
The board is live in 3, 2, 1. Nobody. No.
I'm trying to think of like.
It's the
$200.
I know what it is. I just said the wrong one.
Does he do it in the original game?
Yeah. All right. We'll give it to nobody. Haps, what was it?
Slip of the tongue. I said Omni. I meant to say Octo Slash.
Yeah. Omni is Cloud's. Octa is Sephiroth's.
Yep.
Octa Slash.
8,
$200.
Blades, 1 flash. Octa.
Octa Slash. Happy, still your board, though, with 10 questions remaining.
I'll take Final Fantasy in an online world for 1,000, Mr. Byrne.
No, the Japanese term for it means 8 blades, 1 flash. Not Octa Slash is Japanese. No.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what did you want? Online world for how much?
1,000, Mr. Byrne.
Jumping to the bottom again. When Final Fantasy XIV started early development in 2005, it was developed under this code name.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what? I don't even know Krista, but Krista's going to be on the next show we do this.
You're replacing me at this point.
They even talk about it in the no clip.
Heroes.
I just watched that recently. I'm trying to remember.
Heroes also got it right in chat.
I think that's what I'm worried about.
Dude, chat is Kuro hates themselves for not remembering this one.
I actually
chat.
I hate it too.
Chat is losing it that none of you are buzzing in.
I think I remember.
Oh,
I just
Chronos is going to take a stab at it.
I watched Priest watch the documentary not long ago on a stream. What is Rapture? I think.
Oh, he pulls it out. He does. It's Rapture. Nice job. Have a grand. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Now, Chronos, the board is yours.
Let's just go 800. Needed some get points.
Online world for 800?
Yeah.
Okay. The last patch number for Final Fantasy XIV version 1. MrHappy.
What is 1.23 C? There's a C. C was the one when they stopped saving. I don't know if you're going to count that or 1.23.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to you, but I know why you went with C. Technically, I was looking for 1.23B, an actual content patch.
Okay,
so,
yeah, because B is the last one that saved over to 2.
Yeah. Right. I'm going to give it to you.
If I don't think good thing that in regular Jeopardy, you don't get to explain why your answer is technically correct.
Yeah, I get it, but I should have rephrased the question a little bit to say that added content maybe.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
I'll give you the 800 on CB. So the board is. By the way, I don't think the scores are going to matter at this point. I mean, we do have a couple 800s and 1000s left. The game isn't that far gone, but it's gone. Go ahead, Happy.
What is Final Fantasy in Online World for 600?
The name of the Final Fantasy XI expansion that came packaged with the base game in releases outside of Japan. Chronos just sitting back. Happy, what do you got?
Oh, my buzzer reset. That's weird. For me, does my buzzer? Oh, there we go. What is the Rise of the Xylart?
That is correct. $600 for Haps. Hap, you're cleaning up. How come you don't do this well on lore trivia when you're playing with Esses?
Like random NPCs.
Yeah, those questions are real hard, man. Those epic questions are crazy.
By the way, that dude still needs to contact me. He replied to one message. It was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I haven't been, and then disappeared again. It's been like 4 months me trying to get a hold of Ethis to schedule his date on this show. Happy, you're bored.
Let's clean up the category. Final Fantasy Online World for 400.
This strategy guide, or the strategy guide for this game, is widely considered to be the worst guide ever due to its integration with Play Online. Happy.
What is the Brady Games Guide?
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
That is
That
incorrect.
wasn't with. Oh no, I was the wrong guy. I got too excited.
Yeah, if you read the question, we're asking for something a little different. The buzzers are live in 3, 2, 1. Tark.
What is Final Fantasy IX?
It is 9. See, the question is asking for this game.
I saw worst guide ever and Final Fantasy in an online world, and I put Brady. I got both editions of it back there. So,
Tark, trying to make a claw back here.
Yeah.
The board is yours. What do you want?
Where are we? Final Fantasy cameos for 800.
Cameos for 800. This fighting game boasted a cast of 200 characters, including both a black and yellow chocobo. Oh, Happy sneaks in with the buzz. What do you got?
I don't think this is right, but what is Mugen?
You are absolutely correct in saying that you don't think this is right.
It's the only game I could think of that we saw outlandish.
We're going to go ahead and take 800 away from you and clear the buzzers. Gentlemen, you have a second shot in 3, 2, 1. Don't all hit that buzzer at once. 3 more seconds. No.
I only know air keys. And I was thought it was like Smash Brothers for a second or something. Then I saw
The 200 characters.
Oh my god!
I actually know what your ball is.
Yeah, me too.
To ball 2.
Wow.
So, Tark, still your board.
Final Fantasy cameos for 1,000.
Finishing the category. This pop star's dangerous woman, alter ego, makes a cameo as a summonable character in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Chronos, quick on the buzzer there.
Who is Ariana Grande?
Enjoy your 1,000.
Yeah. I'm waiting on the Final Fantasy.
I couldn't remember if it was Katy Perry or Ariana Grande. I couldn't remember which one.
So you lost 800, but then you got $1,000. So you got it right back. There are 4 questions left. Everybody avoided behind the scenes after they saw that the 200 question was Tanaka. They were like, peace the fuck out. We're gone. Where do you want to go? 4, 6, 8, or 1,000?
Do 1,000.
This vertically scrolling shooter was released in 1986 in Japan by a pre-Final Fantasy Square. Chronos, after feeling his head and thinking he didn't know it, buzzes in.
What is... Crap. 3D World Runner?
It is not. I'm going to take 1,000 from you.
Damn it.
Reset the buzzers. You have a shot in 3, 2, 1. Somebody in chat has gotten it, but I'm not going to say who yet because there are multiple answers. Tarkoth.
What is Super Blasty something?
Yeah, what is minus 1,000?
All right.
I'm going to reset the buzzers. Happy, if you want to crack at it, you got 3 seconds. Staying well away from this. Chat, you got, Heroes, you got it right with your first guess. King's Knight. King's Knight.
Yeah, because that's the one that they remade for 15.
Yeah, for 15. Is 3D World Runner a Square game? Am I crazy for thinking that? It is, right? Maybe it's not.
Your board, Chronos, right?
800.
800. Although he did still contribute, this Final Fantasy title was the first mainline title in which Nobuo Uematsu did not feature as the sole composer. Chronos.
What is
The
Final
only
Fantasy
one that buzzed in.
12?
Honestly, I don't remember the answer off the top of my head. I got to think.
I mean, it's either 11 or 12 because...
You shouldn't say that
no.
there's 2 other people who might have.
Yeah, at this point, if I get this wrong, I'm already out.
It is not 12.
Okay, all right.
So what am I taking from you? 8, yeah.
Because at this point, Happy wins, so it doesn't matter.
No, there's a Final Jeopardy. What if I throw all my
There is
points
still
away?
Final Jeopardy. Buzzers are reset. You can go in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, Tark, what do you got?
What is Final Fantasy X?
It is Final Fantasy X.
I knew that was the answer.
Tark picks up 800. You both of these wouldn't get you back to 0 yet, Tark, but which one do you want?
Behind the scenes, 600.
Within 5 million USD, the total production cost of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. Happy checks out. He said, nope. I'm in the lead. I'm not touching this. Within 5 million USD, the total production cost of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. Chronos going to take a stab at it.
Screw it. 20 million.
No. We're going to go ahead and take 600 away from you.
You know, it's funny. I just understood that when I said within 5 million, my brain didn't realize that was the error of margin.
Yeah, that's the
that movie only cost 5 million.
The margin of error. Yeah. Tark or Happy, if you want it, you can buzz in. Tark, what do you got?
I'll take a stab. What is 100 million?
That is not correct either. Not within 500 or 5 million. Happy, you want a chance at this? Or you just skipping it? That total budget was 137 million.
I knew it was over 100. I just couldn't. No way I could get it.
And you know what, Tark, you were at least guessed over 100. So I'm going to give you your 600 back, and I'm going to give you the 600 for the question too.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
Yeah, 400 to clean it up. While the classic folklore isn't true, this was the originally planned name of Final Fantasy before realizing that the name was already given to a tabletop game. Haps, what do you got?
What is Fighting Fantasy?
That is correct. It is Fighting Fantasy. Not because it's not Final Fantasy because it was going bankrupt, and I mean they weren't doing well, but that's besides the point. All right, so we finish with one of 3 players actually able to play Final Jeopardy.
So you can't play with 0, can you? Yeah, you have to have positive points.
MrHappy at 4,900, Tark at -600, and Chronos at 0. So 2 out of 3 can't play. Haps, what do you say?
How do I end up at 49 when they're all multiple?
Oh yeah, sorry. No, it's 5 Gs even. So yeah, you were 46, and I just clicked, and it didn't go the last time.
Okay.
It's all right. 5 grand to 0 to -6. Hey, Hap, what do you say we give both of these gents a grand so that they can play?
How about I'll make it more interesting? I'll give them each one of my grand.
Oh,
there we go.
All right. So we'll take a grand
because
off of Happy. We'll give a
and
grand
it's not
off there. We'll give Tark I'm only going to take a grand from you, Happy, but we're going to give Tark a little more than a grand so that he actually finishes at a grand. All right, so now we've got a 3,000, 1,000 to 1,000 game. So here's what we do with this. We're going to go to Final Jeopardy. I do have to cue this up a little differently, though, so forgive me for a moment. I will show you the category. Boop. Just like that. You will make your wagers. Now, everybody at home, they have their pads of paper there so that they can write their wager, their dollar amount. Then they are also required to private message me on Discord their individual wagers so that they cannot be changed once they actually see the question. So you may now make your wagers now.
Just to reiterate, I have 1,000, right? That's what
you and Tark have 1,000. Happy has 3,000. Yes.
All right. Okay.
And you need me to DM it to you?
Yeah, you need to DM it to me just so if you show me something on screen and it doesn't match what's on Discord, I'll know you cheated and changed your wager after you saw the question.
I DM'd it to you.
Are all 3 of you locked in?
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody's locked in. All right. Now, they won't hear it, but you will, chat. And viewers at home, when I read the question to them, I will start some music, and they will have 30 seconds to answer, write down their answer, and then we will start seeing who got it right. Categories, Final Fantasy XIV. What the hell? What did you do, PowerPoint?
I guess we're starting over.
Yeah, I guess we're starting the whole game over.
Yep, let's do it.
God, no.
I think I'll do better this time.
I would hope I would do better this time, honestly.
After defeating the Phantom Train in Sigmascape 1.0, you view a cutscene that features 2 ghostly specters thanking you. Name this duo. Gentlemen, you have 30 seconds to write down your answer, and we'll play a little music, a little thinking music, if you will. All right, gentlemen, your 30 seconds is up. Your 30 seconds is up. We're going to start with Tark, since you've been kind of trailing the whole game here. First off, would you like to tell us how much you wagered? And he's going to prove it in a second when he shows us the paper, but you wagered all 1,000. He's ballsy. He's ballsy. All right, show us your paper. What was your answer after defeating the Phantom Train in Sigmascape 1.0? You view a cutscene that features 2 ghostly specters thanking you. Name this duo.
All right. I didn't know it, so Joe Mama, Angie Daddy.
Joe Mama, Angie Daddy. Close, but no cigar. We're going to give you negative 1,000 on that one. Chronos, you're up. You have 1,000. How much did you wager, sir?
I also wagered 1,000. Figured why
Just
not?
going for it. Going for it.
Yeah,
what is your answer?
So I know it's wrong, but just to save face, just so I know the reference, I said, what is Cyan's wife and kid? So I know the Final Fantasy reference, but I do not remember their name.
I am going to give that to you, and you can tell that this was not pre-planned in me, or just spur of the moment. I actually pre-planned to take either who the duo is in relationship to another famous character or their actual names. You'll see that on the answer slide in just a second. So, Chronos, you double your money. You go to 2,000. Happy, out of your 3,000, how much did you wager?
I wagered 1,000.
He's guaranteed to at least tie with that bet. That's why he didn't want to screw it up. And what did you answer?
I answered also as creatively as Chronos did, in that of Cyan's wife and kid.
It is Cyan's wife and kid. You get $1,000. Here's the slide proving that I was going to accept either. What the hell?
I was just doing it to save face.
Why is it showing me the guys slide?
Oh, well, then I guess we lose.
Yeah, everybody lost. There you go. There's the.
Well, no, I win technically. But,
Elaine and Owain. But I also said Cyan's wife and son / guys. I would have accepted guys as a correct answer to the question. So yeah, there's your names. Chat knew some of them. A lot of chat said Cyan's wife and son, but did not know the actual name. In fact, but we will take our guys. We will take our guys. So, MrHappy, that means you, by a score of 4,000 to Chronos' 2,000 to Tarkoth's 0, emerge as our first ever Relic Grind Final Fantasy Jeopardy winner. Would you like to address your crowd?
I'd like to thank everyone who believed in me, who knew I could make it here, and that I'd come out on top. I had strong competition. We're not gonna worry about the negative 2,000. I think it was at one point, and then the other one, and then you had those pretty good. I gave up some of my points. We had a good time. That's all that matters.
It was fun.
And it was fun. And I look forward to competing in future installments.
Well, you will, of course, be back at some point to have the Weekend of Champions round
Yes.
after we go ahead and crown 2 more champions. Tark and Chronos. I mean, Tark, a little rough today.
Rough.
Anything you'd like to say for Team Tarkoth members out there?
Make sure that your cursors are on the right screen for hitting buttons. That's always a good thing. So you can get it in properly. And clearly, I need to play some more Final Fantasy. So
just a little bit. And Chronos, you fell right into the middle there. It looked like early on you and Haps were running away with it, but then you kind of got tripped up with 1 or 2 dumb answers that as soon as you gave it, you were like, oh, shit.
Yeah. So
Anything you want to say to hashtag Team Chronos out there?
I preach in Final Fantasy XIV to read your tooltips, but in Jeopardy, you apparently just need to read the question. You know, probably helps to know what the question is, so that you know the answer to the question.
Yeah, it's a lot like playing a trading card game. Reading the card tells you what the card does. So yeah, speaking of that, of course, reminder, Final Fantasy trading card game. We will be revealing a spoiler for the Crystal Dominion set here on twitch.tv/ReadyCheckRadio, RAIDEO. So head on over to ReadyCheckRadio.com. Do all the follows, do all that stuff. Gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure playing this with you. I like when it's a little slower news-wise and we can do some fun stuff like this. All the tech worked except for the tail end there trying to show the slide got a little weird, but hey, you can't really bitch about that. So all of it worked very well. Chat, I hope you liked it too. Gentlemen, MrHappy, I know you have a show coming up tomorrow, State of the Realm. I'm not on this one. Oh, Saturday this week, sorry. I'm not on this one, but somebody else equally as special is.
Me.
LOL.
That's not true. I'm not special. So this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, State of the Realm is going to be featuring one Jesse Cox and one Rich W. Campbell to discuss their experiences with the Final Fantasy XIV community and game over the past several months, as they have just recently dived into it hardcore, and their expectations as longtime MMO players for what they're hoping for out of Endwalker and beyond.
Very nifty, very nifty. When you're done with him, send him on over this way. I actually sent him an email today because he's making the rounds. So I want to see if he'll stop by. Let him know I'm looking for him because I can't reach that Ethis dude. That dude's just.
I only reached him from my show last week, to be honest. That was luck.
Oh, and by the way, Happy, I was not lying when I tweeted the next time I am on State of the Realm, I have video evidence of me PvPing for you. That we can.
And you really wanted that Inferno jacket, huh?
So bad during that.
It
really
wasn't.
Wanted that Inferno jacket, huh?
I actually have video footage. We will. I didn't do well. I didn't do well.
Mike likes PvP more than Blue Mage. Confirmed. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you like PvP more than Blue Mage.
That's what I'm hearing.
We'll be back, of course, with another Relic Grind next Thursday, covering all the latest news in Final Fantasy XIV Airs and Square Enix. Don't miss Gaming Gumbo, Saturday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's our general weekly gaming wrap-up show, and all of our streams hosted by myself and our volunteer streamers behind the scenes who love to hang out. Speaking of that, chat, don't go anywhere. Right after the show, we'll have a little bit of post-show, and then Faye Death will be going live with her Halloween special, dressed up as always and playing Alien Isolation, so don't miss that. Frosty wants to see the PvP footage, I'm sure. Until next time, Chronos, where can everybody find you?
Same as always, Twitter. I actually have we're doing Extra Life in like a week or so I might as well talk about that for like just a quick second. So if you follow me on Twitter, just look for the links there. Next Saturday, I'm going to be doing like a 24-hour thing for the kids for Extra Life. Should be fun. We're going to play like some old retro stuff and some newer stuff. So it should be a good time.
Nifty. Tark.
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all at Tarkoth Gaming. Come see me bang my head against ultimate coils and drop a Nokian over and over and over and curse a lot about it.
Sounds good. Haps.
You can find me, MrHappy1227, pretty much anywhere. And I've been just suffering tea as of late as we help Rich Campbell get through that. But tonight will be the night. One lockout, one dream. Please let me.
One lockout. Hashtag one lockout, one dream. I'm Mike Byrne. You can follow me personally right there at the bottom at Magic Man 1 on Twitter. But more importantly, follow at RC Radio, RAIDEO. We've got our one chip challenge, 3-person coming up to celebrate 500 Twitch followers. Help us get to 1,000 by clicking that follow button now. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the servers.